Hey guys, what's going on? I'm gonna do a outside vlog, I guess. How you guys doing? So, actually, let's go over here. Let's go sip on the swing set. Ignore this pile of steel behind me. Getting rid of all that stuff. Yeah. So pretty much, what's going on? Please don't collapse. This swing set is like 25 years old. This thing is nuts. What was I gonna say? Oh god. Yeah, I got a couple of things to update you guys on. First of all, let's get the big thing out of the way. I got a new PC. Well, I bought a new PC. It should be here probably in like a week or two. 2 weeks. It said it was shipped by the 31st. But I think it'll ship a little sooner than that. They're usually pretty good. I got it from iBuyPower, and I like them. But yeah, the reason why, I mean, what other reason is there besides my PC needs an upgrade? It's about 6 years old, and it's definitely slowed down. I've had to replace some parts. I've had to replace the water cooling system twice, and I recently I upgraded the RAM from 16 to 32, DDR4, but it's definitely been out of date. When I bought it at the time, it was a pretty nice content creation beast. It would stream well, it would render videos well. Well, alright, so the timeline of it is basically I went from making YouTube content from 2008 to, I don't know, 2016 on just laptops. You know, I didn't really record my gameplay on a laptop for like OBS and stuff with a capture card for a long time. Most of the gameplay videos I put out were just me holding or me setting up a camera to record my screen. So, not great. And then when I eventually got a capture card, I think in 2014, I was running it off my laptop, which not great. But I will say my Lenovo that I had for years was a fucking monster. The only reason I stopped using that thing is because of it stopped recognizing the battery. There was some internal motherboard issue where it just would not accept the battery no matter what I did, wouldn't accept any kind of charging, and it just pretty much it bricked. It just became kind of useless. So I ripped out the hard drive, I transferred all the data, and the laptop is just kind of sitting in a box taken apart. Too sentimental, can't really let go of it. But then after that, when I moved to Michigan, I budgeted and got my first ever custom built PC for about between $600 and $800, which at the time was still good. It was like I was able to stream off of it. I was able to play some low intensity games on low graphics, but I was able to do all the stuff I wanted to do for content creation and just daily use. And then I had that for a little bit, and then when I moved back to New Hampshire, I splurged and got myself an actual PC that I budgeted and paid for over like a year or two for about $2,000. And that was let me see if I can remember the specs. It's an Intel Core, I don't remember if it was dual core or anything like that, I don't remember that. An Intel i9 9900K processor. It was an NVIDIA GeForce 2070 Ti graphics card. It was a very basic motherboard, nothing crazy. It was like a Z-Tech or something, I don't know what it was. And then the power supply was like a 650 gold, I think. And yeah, I have been using that thing since like 2019. I think the middle or end of 2019. I don't remember exactly. And it's been great. You know, I spent, like I said, like around maybe like $1,800 or $2,000. I don't remember what I spent on it. And that's done very well. But like I said, I've had to replace some parts. I've had to upgrade it. And I was debating on just upgrading the graphics card, but then that would require me to then likely upgrade the power supply, and which potentially I would have to upgrade the fucking processor. It was like, if I'm gonna be upgrading half this stuff, because you know, when you upgrade one thing, you make a big enough jump with one component, the other stuff kind of needs to follow a lot of times. So I decided, Dylan got a new PC recently. I like how he pointed to fucking his window here in my backyard. And I was like, Dylan got a PC. And he, a bit contentious in my opinion, but he got one. And that immediately, because I've been thinking about getting one for like a year. I've been like, my PC, man, I need to get one. I need to do it. And as soon as I saw him get his, I was like, fuck, I'm getting FOMO. But the difference is, between then and now, and him and me, is I paid off my debts this year. I did really well. I paid almost 10 grand in debt down, like probably like 8 grand down to zero. I worked my fucking ass off and I paid it down. So I'm now at the point for the first time in, fuck man, I don't know, 10 years, not 8, 9 years, where I can actually save money. I don't have any big debts, and got myself in a good spot. And there's a lot of things I have to thank for that. My hard work, I don't want to get into specifics. I borrowed money from a friend too, who an old friend of mine who borrowed money. I borrowed money from him to pay down the debts without accruing interest, because the whole problem was, no matter what I pay down, it's like, all right, I paid $140 this month in credit card. Okay, another $60 of the 26.9% APR on two things, PayPal credit and my credit card. Both of those had almost a 30% APR, so both of those were getting between $40 and $90 of interest every month. So it was like, no matter what I paid on either one of them, it was like, I basically was only paying like $40 at a time, because the interest would kick and fucking shit down my throat. So I was just doing that for like 2 years, 2 or 3 years. And so I borrowed money from my friend and paid him back with zero interest. I paid him back in around a year, roughly. So, yeah, and now I'm at the point where it's like I have almost no credit card debt. You know, I have a little bit on there, but nothing I can't just pay off with one paycheck. And I have actually some money in my savings. I have a good cushion in my savings. So I figured, you know what? It's time. I'm going to get a new PC. And I didn't spend as much on this one as I did on my current one. But that being said, I am still getting a much better PC because the advancement of tech and what I'm going to be doing on it isn't any more than, isn't any more dramatic than like I'm not going to be sitting there playing fucking COD Warzone on ultra settings. I'm not going to be playing Apex Legends. I'm not going to be playing Marvel. I'm not going to be playing Battlefield. I only fucking play Minecraft, Lethal Company, Phasmophobia, Sims, and like easy ass games. And I am not so prideful and egotistical and uppity, pedantic, whatever adjective you want to use. I am not so that I have to have fucking, I don't go above high settings on any game. I maybe choose one option to go high settings. Everything else is medium or low. I don't care. I don't fucking need it. But Minecraft has been having a little bit of chuggy issues with a few of the mods. The mods definitely help or hinder it. But yeah, so I spent a couple hundred less. I spent probably about 17, just under 18, like 1750 or so on Affirm payments, and it's 0% APR through iBuyPower. So I'm not getting any extra as long as if I pay it in 6 months, I don't get any extra charge, which I can easily pay it in 6 months off of the amount. I can easily do that. So, I can easily do it without affecting my bills and my spending money. I'll affect my spending money by like $50 a week, which is not that big a deal. I can work on that. Yeah, I'm getting a new PC, and I am excited. I got to figure out what to do with my old PC. I'm going to pass down whatever parts I can that'll be compatible to Nin's PC, because they have like a 1660 graphics card, so putting in a 2060 will help them out a little bit. I might be able to give them my RAM if their motherboard accepts DDR4, which I think it does. I think it should. I don't see why it wouldn't. So, because trying to resell those PC parts would just be like, what are you doing, dude? Do you want $30 for that graphics card that you spent like $500 on? Get real, dude. So, but yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. Today, I've been really busy working on random stuff in the house. I was like moving my jackets to a closet in the living room. I was moving around like posters and tapestry, moving my crafting stuff down into the basement into an area, doing some stuff in my office. I went skateboarding this morning, and boy, I paid the price for it. I took a fucking hard slam on my shoulder, to the point where I'm gonna go to urgent care tomorrow if it really still hurts, which I just got over a shoulder pain, dude. I tweaked my shoulder skating. I didn't land on it before, but I tweaked it, like, spinning and stuff like that, and just like the G-force of whipping around and stuff, and then I guess I slept on it wrong right after, so my shoulder has had a fucking kink in it for like a week and a half, and it was just getting better last night, and then I took a slam on it today, to the point where after I took the slam, I was home walking around taking corners tight, and I bumped my shoulder into something, and I dropped to my knees in pain because it hurt so fucking bad. Like, it's fine right now, as long as I don't like put a lot of weight on it or bump it. It's like a constant tender ache that actually has kind of shot down to my groin. When it happened, I was driving home. I'm like, oh god, my fucking groin hurts, dude. And then I could feel it like down to my foot. So it was just like a system shock, essentially. But it's okay right now. I tried to go and get a fucking sling for it, just so I could I'm just gonna be careful, because if I put it in it's the same reason why I like put ace bandages on, or I put band-aids on injuries and stuff. It's just so I become, because if I'm not aware of the injury any more than just the pain, then I will slam it, I'll bump it, I'll scrape it again, whatever. I'll use it and I'll hit it. So I always put band-aids on a lot of stuff, and I wrap things in ace bandages. Like if I tweak my wrist, I might put an ace bandage on it loosely, just so it like keeps in my brain that like, hey, this part is slightly injured. You don't do anything to hurt it more, so like use it less, essentially. So I was gonna put my arm in a sling just so I could like rest it a little bit, but nowhere had any slings. Dollar General didn't have one. A local supermarket didn't have one, which I didn't expect it. Another local supermarket with a bigger medical section didn't have it. And it's like, well, you have to go to CVS or Walmart. And I'm like, I'm not driving 35 fucking minutes to go get that today. I already drove out in that direction to go skateboarding, and I don't want to do that shit again. I've left the house twice today, and I don't want to. So, dealing with it right now, and if it still hurts in the morning, I'll go to urgent care in the morning and get an x-ray and just see what they say. I might have fractured it. I might have just bruised it. I doubt I fractured it. I didn't slam that hard. I did slam hard, but like, I probably just bruised the muscles and the tendons behind my shoulder, because like it hurts more if I turn my neck to the right. But if I turn my neck to the left, it's not so bad. So I think I just like pulled some of the tendons or bruised it or something. I don't know, man. I'm not a doctor. But apart from that, yeah, I did make the skate video, and I tried something different this time. I did it a little bit more of a vlog style, with like an intro vlog and an outro vlog, and then the skating in between. So we'll see how that works, how you guys like it. I have to edit that, but wow, nice fall season. Got some of the fall colors. It's not so bad this year. It's a little bit blotchy for colors, but making it work. I need to go out and take some photos. I wanted to today, but whatever. I want to on Monday. We'll see how that goes. Oh god, it's such a mess out here. I am gonna mow the lawn probably on Monday before snow starts to fall. So I'm gonna mow it so it's nice and flat. I'm gonna clean up a bunch of brush and a bunch of shit to make it nice and neat for before snow falls. And yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. I probably forgot 3 things I wanted to talk about, but either way, thank you guys for watching. If you don't, leave a like, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.